If you woke up tired this morning, even after a full 8 hours in bed, this video is going to change your life. Because after 60, sleep doesn't work the way it used to. And most people are making mistakes every single night without even realizing it. Welcome back to Still Young After 60, the channel dedicated to helping you live your healthiest, most vibrant life in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. I'm so glad you're here today, because what we're covering right now is one of the most important topics for your long-term health sleep. Not just how much you're getting, but what you might be doing that's silently destroying the quality of every hour you spend in that bed. We're going to walk through 7 things that are wrecking your sleep after 60. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll have simple, practical solutions you can start using tonight. Let's get into it. Number 1. You're going to bed and waking up at different times every day. Here's the problem. Your body runs on an internal clock called your circadian rhythm. Think of it like a very precise timer built into your biology. After 60, that clock becomes more sensitive, and if you keep resetting it by staying up late on weekends or sleeping in some mornings, your body gets confused. It doesn't know when to release melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep, so you end up lying in bed staring at the ceiling. Here's your simple fix. Pick a wake-up time and stick to it 7 days a week. Yes, even Saturday. Within 2 weeks, your body will start naturally feeling sleepy at the right time. Here's the surprising fact. Studies show that irregular sleep schedules in older adults are directly linked to higher rates of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even depression. Consistency isn't just about feeling rested, it's about protecting your brain and your heart. Number 2. You're taking long naps in the afternoon. Now, napping isn't the enemy, but the wrong kind of nap absolutely is. When you sleep for 60, 90, even 2 hours in the afternoon, your body uses up a good chunk of what sleep researchers call sleep pressure, the natural biological drive that builds up throughout the day and helps you fall deeply asleep at night. When you burn through that in the afternoon, nighttime sleep becomes shallow and broken. Your fix is simple. If you need a nap, keep it to 20 to 25 minutes and do it before 2 inches the afternoon. Set a timer. Don't let yourself drift past that window. The surprising fact research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that adults over 60 who napped longer than 1 hour were significantly more likely to experience nighttime insomnia and daytime fatigue, a frustrating cycle that just keeps feeding itself. Number 3. Your bedroom is too warm. Most people think a cozy, warm room sounds like the perfect sleep environment. It isn't. Here's what actually happens in your body when you fall asleep. Your core body temperature naturally drops. That drop is actually a signal to your brain that it's time to go into deep sleep. If your room is too warm, your body can't complete that temperature drop, and you end up in lighter, more fragmented sleep all night long. After 60, this matters even more because your body's natural ability to regulate temperature becomes less efficient. Your fix? Set your thermostat between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If that's not possible, use a lighter blanket or crack a window. Even a small drop in room temperature makes a measurable difference. The surprising fact, sleeping in a room that's too warm suppresses slow-wave sleep, which is the deepest, most physically restorative stage of sleep. That's the stage that repairs your muscles, supports your immune system, and helps consolidate your memories. Number 4. You're using your phone or tablet in bed. I know you've heard this one before, but let me give you the real reason it's so damaging and why it gets worse after 60. The blue light emitted by your phone, tablet, and even your television suppresses melatonin production. One study found that 2 hours of screen use before bed reduced melatonin levels by up to 22%. After 60, your body already produces less melatonin naturally than it did when you were younger, so losing even more of it to screen light is a serious problem. But here's what most people don't know. It's not just the light. The mental stimulation of scrolling, reading the news, or watching videos keeps your brain in an alert, engaged state. And an alert brain cannot transition into sleep. Your fix: create a 4 or 5 minute screen-free wind-down window before bed. Replace it with something calm, reading a physical book, gentle stretching, listening to soft music, or simply talking with someone you love. The surprising fact: people who stopped using screens 1 hour before bed reported falling asleep an average of 36% faster within just 1 week of making the change. Number 5. You're drinking alcohol to help you relax at night. This one surprises a lot of people, because alcohol does make you feel sleepy. That part is true. But here's what happens once you fall asleep. Alcohol is processed by your liver over several hours, and as your body metabolizes it, it actually acts as a stimulant in the second half of the night. This is why so many people who drink in the evening find themselves waking up at 2 or 3 inches the morning, wide awake and unable to get back to sleep. Alcohol also dramatically reduces REM sleep, the dream stage of sleep that is critical for emotional processing and memory. After 60, protecting your REM sleep is directly connected to protecting your brain health long term. Your fix: if you enjoy a glass of wine or a cocktail, have it with dinner and give yourself at least 3 hours between your last drink and bedtime. Your sleep quality will improve almost immediately. The surprising fact: even 1 to 2 drinks per night reduces overall sleep quality by up to 24%, according to research from the University of Melbourne. That's nearly a quarter of your night's restoration gone. Number 6. You're not managing your bathroom trips. Many people over 60 wake up once, twice, even 3 times a night to use the bathroom. This is called nocturia, and while it becomes more common with age, most people accept it as unavoidable. It doesn't have to be. One of the biggest contributing factors is drinking too much fluid in the 2 to 3 hours before bed, especially anything with caffeine or carbonation. Caffeine is a diuretic, meaning it increases the urgency and frequency of urination. And while most people know to avoid coffee in the evening, they forget about tea, soda, and even some herbal drinks. Your fix: finish the bulk of your fluid intake by 6 inches the evening. Have a small glass of water if you need it before bed, but stop any significant drinking at least 2 hours before you plan to sleep. Also, if you're on blood pressure medication, ask your doctor if taking it in the morning instead of evening could reduce nighttime urination. The surprising fact: frequent nighttime waking is one of the leading causes of next-day fatigue in adults over 60, and it's also linked to increased fall risk. Every time you get up in the dark, half asleep, the risk of a fall goes up significantly. Number 7. And this is the one most people never suspect: you're not getting enough natural light during the day. Here's why this matters so much. Your brain uses daylight, specifically bright natural light, to set your internal clock. When you spend most of your day indoors, as many people do after retirement, your brain loses one of its most powerful cues for knowing when it's day and when it's night. The result is a weakened circadian rhythm, difficulty falling asleep, and very fragmented sleep throughout the night. This is one of the most overlooked sleep disruptors in people over 60, and it's completely fixable. Your fix: get outside within 1 hour of waking up each morning, even if it's just for 15 to 20 minutes. A walk around the block, sitting on your porch, tending your garden anytime in natural daylight helps reset your internal clock. On cloudy days, it still works, because outdoor light is still many times brighter than indoor lighting. The surprising fact: morning light exposure has been shown in clinical studies to improve sleep onset time, increase overall sleep duration, and even reduce symptoms of depression, all in adults over 60 in as little as 2 weeks. So let's bring it all together. 7 things that are destroying your sleep after 60: an irregular sleep schedule, long afternoon naps, a warm bedroom, screen time before bed, nighttime alcohol, too many fluids in the evening, and not getting enough natural daylight. None of these are complicated to fix. Every single one of them is within your control, starting tonight. I want to hear from you. Which one of these 7 are you going to tackle first? Drop it in the comments below. Your answer might help someone else watching this video make a change that transforms their health. If this was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find this channel and get information that could genuinely change their lives. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Remember, age is just a number. Life after 60 can still be strong, healthy, and absolutely worth living.